So I think what's going on is there's too many words, too much information, too many graphs, too much bullshit basically about it, which confuses everybody, including me, who's meant to know about it, right?
Yeah.
Now, if you start from there, immediately one feels better. Well, I do, because you sort of go, right, okay, let's just take it down to basics. And the basics really are, for me, is that here in Antarctica, and I've walked across it to the South Pole, you know, underneath the ice there's like 3,000 metres of ice. And if you drill down into that ice, you find the truth. And that's these cores of ice that they bring up from like 300,000 years ago. And in those cores of ice are all the records of what the world was doing then. Now, if you look at those records, you'll see that climate does change on its own. And maybe, and it's pretty likely, that we're in a time of when the world's getting warmer anyhow. So that's definite. We know climate change is happening. It's getting warmer, but that's all part of the deal. What I believe is this, that it's getting worse faster because of us. Now, I can't prove that. Some scientists will say, oh, it's happening, some won't, and they just confuse everybody. So I reckon the world's getting warmer anyhow. I believe we're making it worse with pumping all this stuff in that, you know, if you spend your whole time smoking cigarettes, what are you going to do? Feel bad. If you go into a room, you know, and set it on fire and it fills with smoke, it's bad for you. So all this stuff we're putting into the air is probably making it worse and quicker. And fossil fuels and all these things are going to get more expensive. They're going to run out, definitely. So why don't we just get going on renewable energy? And I think the other thing is that there's a few things happening around the world that are a bit worrying, to show that maybe it's happening even faster. Look at those terrible forest fires that they had in Australia. You know, in England, you know, Ireland, all over the place where we are, we've just had a terrible winter. And it doesn't mean global warming means everything gets hotter. Climate change means we might get some serious alterations in weather. You know, in London they closed the Thames barrier, a flood barrier, 5 times in 10 years. And in the last 3 years, they've closed it 50 times. Right, so there are a few things going on there that I reckon should be, for us as young people, not me of course, but you know, I feel young, that we should be saying to ourselves, hey, let's cut through all the words and just lead by example. That's all. And that's all I think we should be doing. And you know, my message to you lot is that you're going to go away and be ambassadors, okay? And the ambassadors, you should start off by saying all that